is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay for you. And today I'm going to be showcasing the shotguns of Resident Evil 4. And I think I speak for a lot of people. The shotgun is a special weapon in Resident Evil because there's nothing quite as satisfaction as taking a shotgun, aiming it to your enemy's head, and just seeing that head completely explode. And these shotguns are no exception. We got 4 shotguns, a W870, we got the Riot gun, we got the Striker, and we got the Skull Shaker. Now guys, I'll be the first one to tell you right now, I don't think there's a bad shotgun in this game. I really don't. I think each and every shotgun can be used in the hardest difficulty and you can absolutely dominate with it. And I think ultimately it comes down to personal preference, which ones tickle your fancy and which ones work for you. But we're going to try to figure out which ones I like personally the best, and it's going to be a hard question to answer. But without further ado, let's jump right into the first shotgun. The first shotgun is the W870, and this is the gun you get when you basically go into that trigger to chainsaw man when you go in a house in a village, and it's got that classic hunter's feel, which I like looking at it visually. Its extra perk is the 2x power, so you can get over 20 plus power in a damage, and you also got a nice ammo capacity. Pretty good range on it too, I must say itself. But basically, I think a lot of us want to know what's going to happen when you get up close and you hit someone in their crit spot, because that's the most important thing with a shotgun. And you're going to see a, I guess, recurring trend of all these shotguns. It's going to make it hard to judge because they all kind of have similar results here. But let's get into it. So basically, we're going to test on these poor villagers, and bam! As I said, nothing more satisfying than doing that. And also getting the limbs and heads, but that's what it's easy to do with this gun. It's easy to pull off. It's not hard to use. And just for argument's sake, when I was doing a professional run to get the hand cannon before it was available to get in mercenary mode, the gun I used, I maxed out very early on and easily carried me through half the game, was the W870. And it kind of made it real easy because, as I said, if I could hit you, you're going to get staggered, you're going to get knocked back, or you're just going to die in that one hit because it's going to explode a head or a body part. So it was a gun that made it really easy for me, and I didn't have any problems with it. But let's test it out on Dr. Salvador here. And we're going to run up here, and as I hit that crit spike, easy get knocked back, and bam. He's done. Menace no more. Dr. Salvador, as I say, you get a fully maxed out shotgun, W870, no problem. No problem whatsoever. And as I said, you got a good distance here. You can knock people back really far and give you a lot of room in case they're all coming up on you. But W870, really strong and really powerful, really good. The next shotgun is the Riot gun. Now this was actually my favorite shotgun in the original one. I know a lot of people rather have the Striker, but I just always liked the Riot gun. I like the range it had on it, like the damage. I always like the look to it. I like the black sleeve look with that little back part to it. But its perk is 1.5 times power, so not as much as the W870, but still really powerful. Got a little bit more ammo capacity. Got great precision, and as I said before, it's got a solid range on it too, but it's just really powerful. And this was my favorite in the original one, but how does it match out in this remake? And once again, I'm not going to be complaining about it because very similar results. You go up to somebody, you get right up in their dome, right up in their grill, and just bam, it's over. Like this is. Am I like watching this thing on repeat? No, it's the two different guns, but this very similar results. As said, there's minor differences, but I don't know, I've always liked the feel of it myself. But as I said, with these shotguns, that's what's the hardest part's going to be to judge with them. As I said, there's really only one, I guess, and don't get me wrong, there are minor differences, but there's only real one major difference between the shotguns, and I'll get to that when we get to the certain shotgun. But here we're going to trigger Dr. Salvador, so let's test the Riot gun on him, and similar results. If you can hit him, it's just, you're knocking him back, and bam, he's not going to get up again. He's done. I mean, that's it. We're basically bullying Dr. Salvador today. So, and as you see the range here, just hitting him way back from downtown. I mean, that's pretty powerful right there as a Riot gun. Really strong, really great, really powerful. Next up is a Striker. Now, this was a lot of people's favorite shotgun in the OG, and it's hard to argue with that. I've always liked the drum of it, but the big thing with this gun is its perk is 2 times ammo capacity. So maxed out it has 24. That's already well over the other shotguns, but times 2 with a 48 round capacity, that is insane. It's got solid power, but you think about it, the other shotguns are going to have to reload. So if you just want to do a bunch of damage real quickly over a quick succession of time without reloading, this is an easy reason why a lot of people probably still take this as number one. It's hard to argue with that. And I'll say this right now, the Striker also has a really wide spread, so you can hit a lot of people even if they're trying to surround you. So good if you got a whole group of people. As you'll see here with the spread, it's a lot more spread out, but you really don't have to aim. As long as they're in that like field of view, you can basically just knock people down. They also got a solid range too. That's another thing. It's like, as you see these people like falling down from like 15, 20 yards away. So really powerful. And I'll say this right now, the first time I ever played and beat Resident Evil 4 Remake, I had the Striker and I had it fully maxed out, and I bullied poor Krauser. Oh my god, he didn't even hit me one time because I just unloaded all the rounds. They said when you got it maxed out at 48 rounds, you just keep firing until the enemy's dead, you know, basically. And he didn't hit me one time, and I actually felt bad about it because, like, man, and these villagers, they were pissed off at me. They kept hitting me, but, you know, hey, here's a Striker in return. But let's test out on poor Dr. Salvatore, and I say poor because this poor guy's getting bullied to death. I mean, he takes any more abuse, he can be put on a Lifetime channel, but bam, that's what I'm saying. Like, just, you don't have to think, just fire until they're dead, basically. That's the power of the Striker right there. That's a real reason why I think a lot of people are going to still select this as their favorite, just because of that huge ammo difference. But right there and here, look at the distance. And by the way, I still haven't reloaded with it yet. Striker, insanely powerful. The last gun is the Skull Shaker. Now, this is the downloadable weapon, and this one's pretty unique too. It looks the coolest in my opinion. It's a sawed-off stock, but its perk is the 2 times power. But the thing about it is every time you fire, it has this cool little animation it does. It really great for like montage clips and stuff. But you'll see it when I start firing. But, you know, really easy to use. The only thing I could possibly say, is just because its ammo capacity is not, it's the lowest of the shotguns, but it has a pretty quick reload time, so it's not a big problem there. But here, when you watch it, when you fire, he does this animation with the gun. He kind of like flips and spins it, and it looks cool as shit. Like, it gives you that, like, you know, that badass feel with it too, and I like it a lot. It's really powerful, easy to use, and you just roll up on people, but it definitely looks the coolest when you're using, no question about it. And I like it. It's a great addition to the game, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it may have won me over because I don't know, I just like it, and maybe it's that animation effect with it. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool as shit. But let's test it out on Dr. Salvador here, hopefully for the last time. This poor guy needs a break, but bam, it's just, it looks cool as shit when you're doing it really quick in succession here. And he does get back up, but once again I put him down after again, and bam, Skull Shaker. I really like it a lot. I really do. I hope people don't sleep on it. It looks cool as shit, and an awesome shotgun. So there we go, 4 shotguns. So how do I determine which one I personally like the best? That is an impossible question to answer because there's not a bad one of the bunch. They're all good. They all have their differences. Obviously, the biggest difference is obviously the Striker having an insane ammo size. And if you want to say that's the best shotgun because of that and that quick succession of firing nonstop, I can't argue with that. That's ridiculous how good it is. But if I personally had to go with one, I think it won me over. I'm going to go with the Skull Shaker. I don't know. It's powerful as hell, but it's just that, I guess it's the cool points that won me over. I just like how cool it looks when you fire. It looks awesome as shit. But all 4 of them are great. You know, the Riot, the W870, the Striker, and the Skull Shaker. You're not going to go wrong with either one you use. So I guess we all kind of win in the end, but let me know what you guys think. What is your favorite shotgun to use? Which one do you think is the best? And if you want to rank them for me, let me know down below, you know, 1 through 4. But I think we all agree. I don't think there's a terrible shotgun, but, you know, but as I said, I want to hear what you guys think. As I said, I enjoyed reading what you guys said about the handguns because I don't think there was one handgun in the comment section that was predominantly like the #1 pick. There were so many different answers. Everyone picked a different handgun, it seemingly. So that's a cool effect to have when you have so many weapons you can choose from because they're all great and they all can be used in the hardest difficulty. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.